Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yeah. Let's love. And we're rolling. We're rolling. Sound speeding.
Rolling on the rib. Speed.
Sound speeding. Poodle's assholes tweeting. We're ready. We're ready. I feel like my temperature's rising and I'm in a truck. I'm not talking to my mom. I don't give a fuck. I ain't in love.
I'm all
shook up. Yes. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Trish.
Butter. Butter.
Oh, God, butter,
Oh,
y'all. Butter with that scarf around her hair.
Yes.
God, that bugged the fuck out of me.
Yes, it bugged me a lot too. There was a lot of bugging things about just, oh boy.
Oh.
Trish in general, y'all. She doesn't make Oklahoma proud.
I think, though, what I was most disappointed in this episode is how bad Natalie is at strategizing how to deal with her mother-in-law.
It's really almost on par with Mohammed as a con artist.
Yeah. Because, honestly, I understood everything Natalie did, but she wound up looking like a child. Appearances and optics are everything, Natalie. If you would have just agreed to play along...
Yeah, totally.
Not like you want the prize that is Mike.
No.
If
you're watching Intimate Portrait, I'm making the Mike face.
If whatever was a person, as the either Twitter or some meme said, I don't know. I can't give credit to anybody, but
we are remote but goat today. Poodle's in LA. I'm in Oklahoma, looking at that popcorn machine with the urinal on top of it. Just here, 103 degree heat.
It's supposed to be 80 this weekend here. But that's kind of hot for Los Angeles. When it gets in the 80s, that's when we all go, "Oh my God, it's so hot! What are we going to do?"
Is the humidity 86%?
We need to move on.
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
we have no humidity here, y'all. That's why it's the best place to live.
It's true. Although your skin gets real dry in your nosebleeds.
I don't ever have my nose bleed. Unless it's the 20% humidity.
You know what? This is becoming an SNL sketch.
Why do my glasses smell like garlic?
Oh, God. Help me.
I'm a mess today.
Mess. We were supposed to start the show 40 minutes ago, and Poodle was arranging things like a
I
gay.
have always been a woman who arranges things.
Like a gay curio cabinet, but in person form.
I do have to get everything right. I have to get everything in my area right.
It's fine. My father's not going to get his muchacho until later now because I'm getting him dinner after this show. Hope you're happy. Guess he'll wait.
You know, he waited for you in the hospital for how long? So I think he'll be fine.
I'll just tell him to eat that Bar S bologna and hope that holds him over.
Bar S? I don't know what that is.
It's a brand he likes at Farmer's Market.
And when you say farmer's market, it's not like the farmer's market that we think of here.
Mm-mm. No, farmers. It's a tin building with farmer's market on it with fluorescent lighting, a bad ventilation system, and for some reason the only place in town that sells oat milk.
Interesting.
Figure.
It's actually a market that farmers go to buy things, not that the farmers bring to sell their wares.
No. It's not even that. Farmers don't go. I mean, farmers can go there, but it's just a grocery store called Farmers Market. And they proudly never wore masks through the entire pandemic.
Is that on their sign outside?
I remember coming here like literally, y'all,
maskless since April.
In January,
2020,
when it was just killing people, when it was just everywhere. Nope. Went to get a steak from my dad, and he handed me the meat without a mask.
But he actually handed you the steak it wasn't wrapped.
Yeah,
he just put the steak in your hand.
It's been sitting on his eye. They do have a good meat selection. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it maybe that's where Butter went? To get her
Butter
butchery.
Love Farmers Market. She would love Farmers Market.
Yeah, I guarantee you know Butter hates wearing that mask, but the crew mandates it. I'm sure
they mandate it. But Farmers Market, if y'all are going, by the way, they're out of the J. Potter hot links because they've been shorting them lately. But they do have the Longhorn hot links. Just so you know, because my father likes the hot links.
I don't even think I know what hot links are.
They're just hot dogs that are spicy, I think. Like spicy sausages.
Okay.
I think hot links just another... You know what? Even I'm talking about this and I realize we need to move on because no one gives a shit.
No, I just thought that might be a regionalism. I know I've heard of Texas barbecue having hot links. So I know that's sausage.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's sausage.
But I didn't know they were commercially available.
I think my brother sells it at his restaurant. We're going there tomorrow.
Just to party every day.
Yeah. With Farmers Market, my dad had breakfast this morning at Prairie Kitchen. That used to be called the Kettle.
We need to move on. I have questions, but I can't ask them because I know it will lead me down a dark path.
Well, I think the Kettle was a chain. That was where we used to go like after prom at 12:30 in the morning.
Oh, like Waffle House.
Yes, but it was the Kettle. It's a little nicer, but now it's Prairie Kitchen. They have good,
Sounds
as my father
uptown.
says, mozzarella sticks.
Y'all, let's talk about
speaking of food, we should talk about 90-day foodie call,
y'all. You have come for us and said you enjoy. We put out our first foodie call recap / comment / specialty show where I made fuck soup and Maddie shouted sex questions at me. That's kind of what happened.
Any different than a show. Not any different. And so, y'all, you really enjoyed it. Thank you. So we talked about David and Annie. We had a ball. We're going to be doing all episodes of Foodie Call. They're not on a set schedule, honestly, y'all. They're going to get done when we have the fucking time to do it.
It takes a lot. I will say for that 4-minute 45 video, that was a lot of footage, and it takes us some prep time to do this. So,
and Sissy Christina has to edit it because she's incredible.
Right.
So anyway, give us grace.
Took her 1,100 hours.
We would like to have all of them out by the month of June. We'll see.
The next one is going to be Sinjin and
Tania.
I still don't know if I can pronounce her name the way it's supposed to be. Tania. But I feel like we might want to talk about that because they will be probably watching it, so we don't want to offend them. So
do we need to say Tanya?
I'm going to let you say it because I may just go. I may not be able to do it.
All right. Well,
we'll see.
I'm kind of fine with Tania.
I must say the episode's fun, and I think they do enjoy one another. And it's pretty much how you'd think they would act.
Okay.
We do find out that Sinjin has a big penis, though.
I'll be back.
But y'all, did any of us think that, Tania's a big old dick pig? We all know that.
I think Tania in a lot of ways is a sissy. I think she is in a lot of ways.
She is. I think she would start talking about her wanting to go to India and feeling like she's gotten wanderlust, and then I'd probably try to throw a drink in her face. But I feel like I could sit down and have a conversation with her.
Possibly.
her first season, I would not be able to. But
speaking of throwing a drink in someone's face, let's talk about Andrei and Libby. I don't think we have any more announcements,
I don't
right?
think so.
Wow, 9 minutes in. That was really good.
I need to say that I was watching the very beginning of this, and I'm like, am I on Pornhub? Is this on my porn playlist? And
I mean,
with the kettlebell, because normally who comes in is the trainer who's also the guy's father.
Yeah.
Y'all
kind of like my weird dream.
Yeah, gay porn, y'all, is totally in the incest thing now. They are so into it.
Okay.
It's all
no.
stepbrother, my cousin.
No. I do not watch gay porn that has incest storylines.
Well, then you don't watch it because they all have it now.
I think maybe your search history has become a little occluded, maybe, but no, that is not.
It all just drops in like this one likes incest.
Yeah. No.
It's also his grandpa.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all. So I thought I was watching my porn, and so I was like, "Where's my lube?" And then then Elizabeth came out, and I was like,
Hey, bye-bye.
"Hey, daddy."
Boy, Andrei could just name my ass kettlebell and go to work.
Fuck. I will say him throwing those kettlebells with good form, mind you. I was really turned on. And
I mean,
then I wilted when I saw
a grasshopper rubbing his legs together would turn you on right now. You'd be like, "Oh, that's a nice sound."
Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Remember when the Merry Melody? When they did that and he played his legs.
Yes.
That's so old. That is like 70 years old.
It's so old, and a lot of them are not politically correct anymore.
I don't think that one is.
I don't. Oh, is it not? I don't remember.
Can't remember.
Yeah. I don't.
It's not like Song of the South.
Boo. Ixnay, Ong of the South say.
But y'all, so I'm like, ooh, I'm turned on. And then Elizabeth comes out and she's got those brows on. And I go, ooh. What the fuck is up with her eyebrows, y'all?
I thought it looked better just because she didn't have on the make. Again, we've learned the makeup artist is her sister.
Jen. Yeah.
Jen. And that makes sense.
But no, did you notice her confessional brows were either done or microbladed or dyed the right color?
I'm all about microbladed, yeah.
But like, no, she colored.
I've been wanting Poodle to get it.
She colored in her eyebrows a dark brown this time.
It's choices. It's just choices at this point. I think Libby she's now working and taking care of their baby. She's just tired. But
that's still a lot of work.
That's probably left over from last night's Pornhub.
You're right. And one eyebrow is like hyper Botox, so it looks like it's going to fly off her face. It's like trying to get away from it.
Been there.
Her brow situation is strange because it changes for whatever scene she's in.
It's true. And Andrei says, "How did you sleep?" And she's like, And he's like, "You were talking in your sleep.
I hear the secrets that you keep. When you're talking in your sleep. It's a great song.
Yeah, who sings that song?
I don't know. The Romantics? Am I making that
up? I don't know. Oh, good. This drink is finally kicking in. Y'all, I'm eating healthy. And I'm sorry if I seem a little poodle today, but my body is going on I'm trying to lose weight, and I have this event that I'm going to go to in August, and I need to fit into my suit jackets, and my body wants sugar right now like nobody's business.
What do you mean you're a little poodle? That means you're excellent and lovable?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the answer. Yeah, that better be the answer.
That's the answer. Bitch. Lovable.
I am lovable. That's how you say it. People, I'm a joy to be around.
So they start talking about this family reunion, and Libby is like, I don't know if we should go to the family reunion.
I don't know if I can stand that long in an RV
Because
with Bucky.
I got physical with Becker, and I never get physical.
And this is the thing. Andrei could not give two shits about what she's saying.
Even though
he's a terrible consoler.
Oh, Andrei, worst therapist in 90 Day History.
Chuck, I need some bro time with Chuck.
Bro time with Chuck.
I'll show you bro time.
Becky, she even says, why are you so keyed up? Didn't you get laid last night?
I'm not keyed up. What am I doing? Scratching my eyes?
That Andrei. That really did you in. That
did me in. Ooh.
You haven't had somebody choke you in a long time, have you?
I got banged.
You've been having sweet.
No, I haven't had it.
You've been having sweet sex, haven't you?
Yeah, I did get banged like a screen door yesterday, though, so that did help. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah,
bang.
Like a screen door in the wind. Bang, 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 bang.
Y'all, that would be our version of Fantasia. Instead of like the mill where the screen door bangs shut, it would just be an orchestral with then a cartoon anime poodle getting ramrodded.
And all the different sounds.
The mill would actually not be a mill to make that would mill, oats or whatever. The mill would actually power a fuck machine. That would just fuck Poodle. And then after Poodle's done, the birds would fly in and the mice would come out of the shadows.
That's the late night show of Fantasia.
Yeah. Gaytasia.
So basically she said, Becky was my best friend before this because I should tell you, your sisters are not your friends. They hate you.
They hate you. They
hate
other
your
friends,
husband.
Libby.
They resent how much your father loves you. All your siblings are your enemies, honey.
Yep. Yeah, honey. Yeah. You need to find other friends.
You're strangely the best of them, and you're all we've got. You're the best we've got.
Your gay best friend. You know what we should say real quick about Libby? Some people thought it was fake. Some people didn't. But, Libby's mom, her mother posted a purpose.
She went after, her mom went after the rainbow.
And basically said
it's a sign from God of a covenant.
Sign from God because of Noah's Ark of a covenant.
Not about gay people, she said.
Yes, we believe that we believe it can be both those things. Symbols are not owned by a religious affiliation or a political party or whatever. They can be interpreted in other ways. And so that's what we think. Well, Libby made a really great Instagram post,
give her some credit,
announcing that her mother did. It's kind of what we said. I still say she's the best person in this family.
Agreed.
And anyway, she probably doesn't listen to the show, but it's two gay people.
Thank you.
That yes, thank you, because we appreciated that very much.
I don't have a problem with the detergent Cheer because they have a rainbow on their label.
Yeah,
I don't immediately call that gay.
I don't think they make Cheer anymore.
Which one's got the rainbow on it?
It was Cheer, but what did you do laundry while you drank your Tang and Sunny Delight? Is that what you did, Poodle? And ate your Fun Dips?
I think they make Cheer.
I think they're out of Cheer.
They just don't do as much advertising as they
Wash
used to.
Your hair with your Pert Plus. Which, by the way, I saw that in Houston. I saw it too. I know, because my mom would say, I just can't. She was like, she would say, you boys just waste that shampoo. And then there's all this conditioner left. I'm just putting it in one.
Wonder why you waste that shampoo. Wonder why.
My brother wasted the conditioner.
Mm-hmm. I bet I know why.
Y'all, the things little boys use to masturbate with before you actually buy lube.
Y'all.
My brother wondered why he never could find shaving cream. And I was like, I don't know.
Shaving cream?
No, that's what was there.
Good God.
Well, you know what? You got to do what you got to do.
Lotion. You got to, everyone.
What'd you use?
Lotion. Lotion. You get yourself some jerkins. Your jerkins.
Somebody should make a lube called jerkins.
Y'all, mothers out there of boys, if you keep saying, where is my Aveeno going?
Where's my vino?
It
Yeah.
turns out Charlie has he's
Pulling
discovered
the
it.
Peter again.
Yeah, he's pulling his pud, as my father used to say.
Sure is.
You back there pulling your pud? You've been waiting for that. Y'all know I can't.
That was the perfect time to use a slide whistle.
I can't resist a prop that makes a noise. I gotta find my bike horn, and it just needs to live here.
Wow, boy, we were doing so well and really on topic, and we just flew off.
I think like a bike horn or a swizzle stick like that is the lowest form of comedy, but it always makes me laugh.
Always.
It's like when someone falls.
Yeah. Just watch YouTube videos of people falling. So, but yes, you're right. Andrei is like, I think we need to go. It's mandatory. We have
pro time. So you'll
and
suck
it's
it
not
up,
even
ladies,
like
what it is.
It's not even like I want to be a family with your father. No, he just wants to make money from your dad.
I need to manufacture this relationship with your father.
It is very it's just, I get it honestly, and I could see I think there is ammunition to what Jen and Becky are saying about how just kind of transactional and selfish Andrei seems to be.
However, it's
off-putting.
It's none of their business.
It's none of their business
because they're still getting money. They're still getting exactly the same. It's all resentment towards her.
I do think it's I think 90% of it's resentment. I think 10% of it is they're worried about losing their own business and him taking it from her because she's the favorite. Because, you guys, people who screw people over in business are always worried about getting screwed over themselves.
Amen.
And they've done it. So
yeah,
if they were
all of their arrests have been stuff like fraud or failure to pay child support, or
if they were on the up and up, and like they probably wouldn't have the first inclination of you're gonna fuck me over.
No, you're right. But they're all out for themselves in that family. Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes.
So
but Andrei says that Libby should go talk
meet
to her.
You should go to meet Becky.
Discuss all of this shit.
Make me a smoothie while you're at it.
Make me a smoothie. And I'm going to come on my kettlebell.
Oh, God.
Y'all, again, we're going to say it again. When he shows his dick on his OnlyFans, call us.
It's going to happen sometime.
It's
going to happen. Happen sometime. Maybe this time. Maybe this time he'll show. I think I clipped a little bit, but
yeah, think so.
My voice is very powerful.
Think so. So, where are we? Okay, so she decides, Libby's like, if it's not one sibling, it's another. So she decides to go to Jen's house to have a conversation. And she shows up first, and she's like, I'm going to go and talk to her, even though I don't feel like it's my fault. I reached out and told her we should talk.
Yeah. This is also, she's got a new look here, too. This is like the brows are new. Then she's got a lot more eye makeup and the really red lipstick. And
Jen was mad at her too, kind of, even though Jen didn't say it. So Jen didn't come to her makeup.
It's just, there's a combination of something. It's not that she's not attractive. It's a combination of what she, and all the sisters, of what they do to their makeup and what they wear.
You know, let me tell you what it is. When you do makeup, it is a look you want to kind of accentuate different things. Unless you're going out to the club, but a normal day-to-day or even going to dinner, you're thinking, okay, I want to accentuate my eyes. So I'm going to do a little bit more with my eyes, but I'm going to do maybe a softer blush and a softer lipstick. Or, you know what? I really want to have like a fresh face, kind of very rosy glow. So then you do just a little on your eyes, do a little bit more bronzer and blush, and a little bit on your lips.
Yeah.
Or
You do one
if you wanna-
statement.
or if you're like, I want red lipstick, you put on a good red lipstick and then maybe the very subtle eyeshadow with like a black liner, maybe some lashes, just a very polished look. The Libby and her sisters always do everything.
Yeah.
Eyes dark, blush, contouring, dark lipstick. There's not this kind of give and take
Right.
of what to accentuate in makeup, and that is the problem.
But think about how Libby looks in her looks compared to how Tiffany looks. Tiffany always looks, even when she didn't have on a ton of makeup, like in this episode, she in a confessional, there's her eyes are usually accentuated, and there's a good lip, but everything else is kind of normal.
Well, but even like she'll do a dark eye makeup, and then usually the lipstick will be sure to be complimentary, or it won't be too much,
Right.
or vice versa. And also Tiffany blends really well.
Right.
None of Libby and them, they don't blend well. And we don't blend well. It just makes you look harsh.
Yeah. Jen especially has that contouring going on.
I really need to do makeup tutorials. I just don't have time, but I want to.
I think there's a couple other people doing it.
I didn't say them. I meant me. I
No,
don't give a
no.
shit about Jeffree Star. He can do his own thing, or they can. I don't know.
I'm just
Tiffany
saying
can do
the
her own
market
thing.
is a little bit flooded.
You know what? I Flooded, which is the last gay porn poodle watched.
That's what I thought I was watching when Andrei came on the screen. Thought this
Tiffany
was
actually-
Flooded Volume 2.
Too. Tiffany actually has good at makeup or good tutorials. So, y'all, they come over, and so Jen's like, well, Libby, you know how Becky is. She just holds things in. And Jen's like, I see Becky's sides, but they need to move on from this. And then Becky shows up, and they completely revert to 13-year-old girls.
I was pretty taken aback by this.
Now, for someone who's the one who contacted this meetup, Becky walks in, and Libby is just arms crossed,
Yeah.
looking like she just drank old buttermilk. Just
And Becky says, "Do you still have an attitude?" I'm smiling. So that means I'm the winner. I'm
and
smiling.
Libby literally responds with, "Whatever."
I will say
Whatever.
this was laughable. And then Jen is trying to stay in the middle. They positioned her in the middle. But then she just keeps saying, this is why we don't like him. We have a problem
why
with
we don't
him
like
being
him."
in the family business. And they're
Becky's like, "I blame Andrei."
so this is the thing though. This was the
You know what? Stop. We didn't talk about this.
no!
I feel inspired. We weren't planning on this, but we're going to be doing a reality gay sphere.
All right, fine.
Poodle's going to be playing the role of Becky and Jen,
Okay.
and I'm going to be playing the role of Libby.
Okay.
And scene.
So,
Yeah. Yeah,
I just want to say that let's just not have a repeat of what we had
Mhm.
just done. And
I just don't like. I mean, first of all, you threw that drink at my face, and you left a bruise.
oh, come on, Libby. Oh, come on.
But it's not pretty.
And you know
Becky.
what?
It's not pretty. I look like someone attacked me.
You borrowed my New Kids on the Block tape and didn't give it
Maybe.
back.
You know, that's because the B-side of CoverGirl was amazing, and you wouldn't share it with me.
You know, I don't want to get into this with you, but Bobby Becker told me that you let him finger you.
Bobby Becker is gay. I know this because he did my makeup before I came here.
You let him do your makeup? I'm Jen now. You let him do your makeup? Oh my God. How can you do this to me?
I'm sorry, but I'm upset. And I needed someone to make me feel good because my sisters talk to my husband like this.
Your
and it
husband
makes me feel
has
bad.
questionable motives.
Yeah. Motives like...
It's shady. You're shady. I'm going to use other words that I borrow from gay people.
Yeah. Thank you for totally taking words for them. But I just want to say, like all gay people, You both want to fuck my husband.
Don't throw Andrei in our faces like you did with Bobby Becker.
No. Andrei in your faces. You want Andrei to like take his Moldovan fucking girthy dick and slap it on your face and fuck you until you see the second coming of Jesus or maybe Paul Lynde.
Please do not talk about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because I am his servant, especially when I'm showing my vulva on OnlyFans.
Yeah. So you don't want to fuck my husband then?
I'll tell you what. I don't like your husband.
So,
your husband doesn't like to work, but he's going to work with our dad. And so I don't like that. And because I didn't
Oh God.
I didn't get enough attention to my
I broke my glass.
karma.
Wow.
And
scene.
scene. Y'all, this was a ridiculous, stupid fight.
This was just stupid. We were talking about it just normal,
You're right.
and I went,
"No, you're
this
correct.
was stupid."
You're correct. Jen says, "I had this theory that Andrei is trying to put everyone against everybody else," and I'm like, "Yeah." That's exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
you're an idiot if you're the only one who doesn't know that.
I wrote, "You're just now figuring that out." Like, yes.
And I will say, Andrei's super transactional. He's also the most street smart person around that family. He knows how people react. Now, the problem is he's not great with seeing how he reacts, and he's not the best arbiter of how he reacts, but he's great with sensing out about how other people are going to react.
Yes.
He knows.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I think, and this is the weird thing, I think Andrei and Elizabeth kind of get what they're doing more than a lot of other couples do. I think than on Happily Ever After. They get what it's going to give them. The family, however, are just happy to be on TV, so that's why they're showing their boo holes on OnlyFans. And y'all, we're not slut shaming anybody. Get yours on OnlyFans.
Yours.
We just have a problem with them calling, like, who was it? They called Larissa a stripper. And
well, that was Libby. That was Libby that did that.
And
then
they're so
6 months later, she started her own.
And between her and her sisters are so sanctimonious about it. So
because I guarantee they have shamed other people for doing
totally.
Yeah, y'all. If you want to get yours, you've got to OnlyFans. Hey, if you're in the Sissy Squad, promote it on Self Promotion Saturday.
But only then.
But only then.
And if you do have OnlyFans pics of any nowadays people, don't share them in our Sissy Squad, y'all, because that's someone else's content, and they deserve to get paid for it.
They deserve to get paid. They do.
Jen deserves to get paid for her boo hole pic.
She does.
You know, unfortunately, I probably deserve to get paid for mine, but I've sent it to everyone.
Supply and demand, and there's an abundance of supply.
The economics don't really work for me to do an OnlyFans.
there's a good demand, but you know.
But no, the supply is infinite. Unfortunately, there's just too many pics of me out there.
Your asshole is the twist tie of the porn world.
When you're looking for one, it's never there. But then you're like, "What are these twist ties doing?"
That's exactly what your asshole is.
When you're moving in an apartment, you're like, "Why do I have all these asshole pics of Jake?" I've been looking for this. Y'all, we should move on to Natalie and Mike, but before we do that,
Natalie. Oh wait, I thought we were doing Angela and Michael.
I don't know.
I don't know who we're doing, but whoever we're going to do.
You're right. We're going to talk Angela and Michael. Well, really Angela, because there was no Michael.
There was no Michael.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you after these messages.
We don't need another cigarette. We don't need another Marlboro.
She does, y'all. Angela smokes Marlboro Reds.
Whoa. For 40 years.
I don't know if you've ever,
bless.
if you haven't smoked a Marlboro Red hits your lungs and like I only ever smoked Marlboro Lights, or when I was trying to quit, I smoked Marlboro. I can't speak Marlboro.
Yes.
Marlboro Ultras.
Marlboro.
I was just thinking this morning about how I missed him.
I know.
The past is the
Past.
past. I miss some of these shows when they're not here.
I know. I'm excited for Too Hot to Handle to come back now, which, y'all, that's coming back at the end of the month. So any of our gay trends or super sissies that are in Reality Gaze Extra for our, our subscriber
At the $5
content,
level.
Subscriber content. Why have we never called it that? That's such a good way to say it.
No, it's we call it premium content.
Premium. But any of our sissies on that premium content, that's the $5 level. So
yeah,
we're going to binge. It's going to come out, I think, in the first 4
all of
episodes.
our Netflix binges.
Yeah, the first 4 episodes are going to come out at the end of the month. We'll put those out as a binge. And
no,
then,
the first are going to come out the 23rd, and I believe the next week the
I thought
other
it was 2
next
weeks.
4 come out.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Speaking of Netflix, you probably don't care about this, but I just saw the trailer yesterday for the new He-Man series, and I'm fucking dead.
Sounds like you may need to jerk off while you watch it.
Were you not into He-Man?
I was, but I was a child last time.
It looks so good.
I wasn't molded sexually by it like you seem to be.
I was. I wanted Skeletor and He-Man to fuck.
I just wasn't.
Yes.
I wasn't.
Take that purple dick in your mouth and get that power of Grayskull.
Oh my God! Wait, okay, Skeletor doesn't have a purple dick. He's got a bone dick because all of him is bone.
But his
dick is bone.
But his body's purple.
His cloak is purple.
No, Skeletor's skin is purple. It's just his face is bone.
Is it?
Yes.
Wait, his skin is purple.
Yeah.
That's a mistake in storytelling.
It is. And, I think it's mainly just about his face. And your penis doesn't have bones in it. So he would have to have a flesh penis.
I don't know. You haven't been with some of the guys I have. Oh,
let's move on.
Like a bone.
Let's move on to Angela's pants. There's that movie Angela's Ashes, and then
there's the book Angela's Pants. That's the sequel. But instead of being about Irish life, it's just about a woman from Georgia
who bought pants from Walmart.
Yeah.
Y'all, she loves the bell bottom.
She's lost 40 pounds.
40 pounds. She goes, here comes sexy me, Ma.
And she's doing her. I love it how Angela had a little school set up for her 4 grandkids.
Again, some people love Angela, some people don't. Sometimes she can, her behavior is questionable, obviously, and borderline.
I get her. I understand her,
and I do understand her. And we don't mean that as an excuse for sometimes her.
No, she's got a lot of anger.
Got
issues
a lot of anger
that
issues
she needs to take care of.
But man, she's a damn good grandmother, and she really is such a good provider for her kids and her daughter, and it's just amazing. She
kind of assumed that role because she has 6 grandkids, I think.
Yeah, she has 6 grandkids.
You're looking around.
Sorry.
Is your father roaming the halls?
I don't know if there's a plane. Hold on.
Y'all, he looked around like the headless horseman was coming for him.
My brother's mowing the lawn. I was like, what the fuck is that noise?
Would he not come in and tell you?
No, he'll just do it.
That is country.
Oh, yeah.
When you just go over to someone's house without even coming in or not, just start mowing the lawn.
Our neighbor Carl does that. Oh, my God. His name is Carl.
Carl! Can you go Papa Mar's lawn again? I think he's got that cancer.
Shooter.
I don't know. That cancer is suspect.
Shooter, don't get out when your daddy opens the gate.
Y'all, because if Shooter gets out, it's a whole day of looking for Shooter.
Day.
Shooter bolts.
Shooter bolts. And so, limping, but Shooter bolts. So,
because he's old.
So, anyway, she's lost its weight. She's helping with the skids. She's doing the home kids. And so she talks to Dr. Kashani. And
she says she feels much better after 40 pounds. I would imagine
yes.
she does.
Yes.
And it's also Natasha's on there, the kind of fake nurse who wears like the kind of bra top.
Yeah, she's
as
there
we saw earlier
to make sure nothing said it's wrong publicity.
She works for TLC.
Yeah. And Dr. Kashani says, "So, Angela, are you exercising a lot?"
She goes, "I don't have time.
I homeschool 5 kids."
And Natasha says 10 to 15 minutes a day. And she goes, it's not that I want to do it. That's the problem. Yeah. I don't have the energy.
And then how's she doing with the smoking
exercises.
Poople. I said poople.
Poople.
Kapoople.
Well, I'm smoking about 10 a day.
10 cigarettes a day.
That was honestly that's better because she used to smoke a pack a day.
How many cigarettes are in a pack? Hey 25? Siri, how many cigarettes are in a pack of cigarettes?
20
Here's what
maybe?
I find from wikipedia.org in the United States. The quantity of cigarettes in a pack must be at least 20 with certain brands, such as
I was going to say
coming in packs of 25.
So
I was going to say 20 or 25, yeah.
Wow.
A pack a day, y'all, that's a smoker. If you smoke a pack a day, you're a smoker. At my worst, I think I was a maybe 6 to 7 a day smoker.
So that means he was 10.
Maybe. That's fair. Although I will say when I would drive in my car, that's when I would smoke.
That was Poodle's favorite thing. Y'all.
Smoking and driving, y'all. Oh, my favorite thing.
He'd roll down that window, turn on the air, and just drive and listen to music and smoke.
RAV4, listen to Indigo Girls.
And this
Alanis Morissette.
That RAV4 that the shocks needed to be replaced so bad, it felt like a goddamn go-kart.
Like a dune buggy.
If you were a virgin in that car, it would pop your cherry from the road.
You weren't for long. I missed that car. And then it was on the street and someone stole it. After I got a new car and I kept having to move it.
Wait, did someone really steal your car?
Yes!
No.
You remember that? Someone stole it.
Someone stole your RAV4?
Yes, at the old house because I kept having to move it. I was going to sell it and then someone just stole it.
Did you just leave it unlocked?
No, it was locked.
Oh, and you just never reported it? I forgot about that.
About it.
So you just, and you never reported it stolen?
It wasn't worth anything.
Y'all, tell me you're a poodle without telling me you're a poodle. Is that
someone just took it? And I was kind of like, well, I think you kind of did me a favor here.
Wow.
I already had a new car.
Wow. Wow.
And it had tons of shit in it.
Anything valuable?
No.
Wow. So Angela, she's smoking 10 cigarettes a day. And Dr. Kashani says, well, you're still new out. She's like, well, I'm not new anymore. And he said, no, you are. You're going to create an ulcer, and then you're going to have emergency surgery. And he says, I'm really upset, Angela.
And he's like, I can tell by your face you are. And then
she tries to make the excuse that I'm hardly talking to my husband, Michael, because he's not supporting me. And I get it. But Michael not calling you has nothing to do with you not smoking, honey.
And it's really, I will say, she's not taking agency over her own life or her own habits or her own health. She is blaming them on Michael not supporting her. And we're going to get into that when she goes to the hypnotist later. But it is kind of like she is just letting him be the fall guy for everything she's not doing.
Yes.
And I think it's really hard for Angela to actually be to be accountable for things.
Oh, yeah. But yet she expects everyone around her to be very accountable. I have to say,
very true.
If it's an accountability, and when we say accountability, I feel like you mean an accountability in a vulnerable way.
Yes.
If it's like paying her bills or something, like
she'll be accountable for that, but accountability for if she's done something wrong,
the failure, a lacking,
accountability for failure or for doing something for someone. Yeah, You're exactly right with that distinction.
Oh my God, my dad's mower is so fast. When we had a mower, we had a little Ford mower that went 3 miles an hour. It took me half a day to mow our lawn because we were on 2 acres. This thing is shitting and getting.
Shit, I don't know. I've never heard that. Shitting and getting?
You ever heard? Come on, let's shit and get.
Nope.
You never heard that?
Nope.
Or you're like, boy, did you see that car? He was shitting and getting.
Never heard it.
Really?
No.
Grew up with that saying.
I think there are some things that are particularly Oklahoma.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
My mother would my mother would say it's colder than a witch's titty going south in a brass bra.
Heard that.
Yeah. Thanks.
Heard that.
Heard it. Move on. What else you got?
What else you got?
Let's move on.
Did your mother ever say your father pounded me like a screen door?
No, banged me like a screen door.
Banged me the screen door?
No, I think I made that one up. Maybe I'm wrong.
Like it.
I got banged like a screen door. Bang, 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 bang.
Woo!
You know, because a screen door will hit.
Yeah, we get the
rebound.
visual. We get the visual.
And the nuts kind of hitting your backside.
Again, like I said in our foodie call, they're applauding.
I did enjoy that line. I authentically laughed.
You did. Okay, so Dr. Shikami's like, for you to be successful, you need everyone's help. And then Natasha says, what about some edibles? And Angel goes, you mean condoms?
Like panties?
Panties?
First of all, condoms aren't edible unless you're swallowing them full of drugs.
Do they have edible condoms?
Heard.
You've heard.
No, I don't think there's edible condoms. But that's how people would do it. You would swallow like balloons or like full of
There's flavored condoms.
cocaine.
There's flavored condoms.
Oh.
They have strawberry condoms.
But you never heard that? People like swallowing balloons or condoms?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah. I know all about it.
All about it.
I know all about smuggling.
How I got through college. So they're like, no, they're saying marijuana. And she's like, I don't know if I just want to do this. I don't know if I can do marijuana. I don't want to be high.
My favorite moment is when she said, is that even legal? And the doctor goes, I don't know.
I don't know. Not sure.
Not sure about Georgia laws. I'm just here because they're paying me.
Not familiar with Georgia laws.
They do suggest acupuncture or hypnosis. And she's like, I don't like needles. So, but she's like, I'll be honest. Hypnosis sounds like hocus pocus to me.
So actually hypnosis.
You know, there's a Hocus Pocus 2 that is being filmed soon with the original cast.
Oh, yes. We have talked about it. Yes. Also, I'm angry at myself because y'all.
You ate a bag of chips before this?
No. SJP posted about the new Sex and the City movie with this table read, and I hate that a part of me got excited for it.
Oh
God, the movies were so bad, but now I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna watch this, aren't I? I'm gonna watch this.
It's still
called,
matter
and
of
just like that.
Oh, because was that her catchphrase?
Oh, I forgot you've never seen Sex and the City.
I know that's a big deal. I've never seen a single episode.
It's ridiculous.
I haven't seen any of the movies.
No, you have seen the movie. You just got as drunk as I did. You went with us. Remember?
That's right. I got so wasted that I couldn't even process.
Y'all, Poodle and I went through.
I fell asleep in that movie.
I went and threw up in the bathroom and then came back. Or was that Twilight? No, that was Sex and the City.
That was Sex and the City. I got so drunk I fell asleep. I was snoring.
The ArcLight is closed now.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Y'all, Poodle and I went through this with our roommate, Sissy. We decided we wanted to be adults, and we all went through like a martini phase for like a year.
Martinis are rough, y'all, without mixers.
I don't remember that year.
I can't, if I'm going to have a martini, if I go out, heads up, boys, if you're listening, if I go out with you and I order a martini, that means I'm getting shit-faced and you're fucking me this evening.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, when I'm out, I don't drink martinis anymore.
I don't.
There's a reason.
I don't.
You got to mix your alcohol, y'all. I think I'm kind of a lightweight now compared to how I used to be.
Let's move on. Let's move on. So, but anyway, now, so hypnotherapy is very popular. So people that are watching that seems weird. It's one of the most popular things for smoking.
Yeah, it's all the rage out here.
I've done hypnotherapy, not for smoking. I did it for biting and picking at my nails. And I have to say,
how's that going?
It worked really well until my dad got cancer. No, I'll be honest. Like, I watched this and I went, you know what? I need to go back to her because hypnotherapy, it's not woo-woo. It basically, the thing.
I need to do it because I bite my nails too.
It really is
really
kind
badly.
of like a very deep meditation.
No, I believe it. I'm on board.
Yeah, it really. But I'm just describing for people maybe that aren't familiar at all. It's not this woo-woo. You don't. Hypnotherapy, I always thought hypnotherapy was...
It's not like quack like a duck. And
yes, and I thought that you get hypnotized and then you don't remember it at all. That's not the case. I remember everything they said. Like, I felt present in the room. But that lightness that Angela talked about when she said, God, I felt really lighter. That is like that meditational trance that we feel. If you get deep into a meditation, you kind of feel like yourself kind of lighten, raise up, or whatever that is. So... don't knock it. I highly recommend it for sissies that have trouble smoking or anything.
Yeah, it's not like the hypnotist who came to your college and you got up there and they told him that they basically said you were going to go out all night and show your titties to every guy you met and you came home with chlamydia.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow. Michigan was a rough place.
So she's going to go to the hypnotist and meets Tom. Y'all, Tom is country hot, and I'm kind of into it.
Thank you, because I started to write like...
I'm into him!
I started to write, is he a daddy? Because he kind of is.
He seemed gay to me, too.
Oh, I thought... Okay. I just thought...
I don't care, actually.
I thought I'd been away from my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm just hard up, and I've been in Oklahoma too much.
No, I'm into it.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm not a good person to ask, because I'm into most men with a penis.
Hypnotize me.
I know when sometimes, although there are people like Papa Lowe, and I'm like, no. So Angela's got that thing with a smile because she's got an abscess in her mouth, which she did wear at
the tell-all.
At the tell-all for last season.
Yeah, so that's when they filmed this.
Yeah.
So she probably an abscess was partly caused probably by fucking smoking.
Yep. So he asks her, how badly do you want to stop smoking? She says a 10. And she's been smoking for 40 years. And she's smoking about a pack a day. And what is interesting is she kept saying, yeah, but Michael, he doesn't like it because, women are in Nigeria who smoke are party girls and blah, blah, blah. He's like, and I loved how he cut to the quick and said, but Angela, just to be clear, you're here because you want to stop smoking.
Yes.
And she was kind of like taken aback. She's like, yeah, I'm doing it for me. And because I don't think Angela, this is a thing with, I don't know, I'm sure it's more, this is my experience from women in the South, especially people who have to be providers and step in when people kind of are, when men are out of the picture, especially.
Yes.
Women like Angela take over.
Yes.
And you get in that cycle of, I'm going to do, whether it inconveniences me or not, I'm going to provide for my family. I'm going to do for my family. I'll sacrifice for me or whatever. And you forget that you have needs and you can actually do things for yourself.
Yes. Angela does not do things for herself.
No. And I think so I think that's what hypnosis, it kind of was a big point for me, because I think about a lot of women in my life, even someone like my mother. My mother thinks that doing things for herself sometimes is vanity.
I do. I think that's hard for me to.
Yeah,
I grapple with that. I'm not a woman.
Someone doesn't mind getting Botox for themselves.
I do. I don't get Botox for me. I get Botox so the world doesn't have to look at my pain.
Oh, come on. I agree with you. You don't do a lot for yourself.
I'm better. I'm trying to be better.
Yeah.
Y'all, so that's basically it of her section. Although we have a special conversation that because we contacted some people at TLC and Discovery and Matt Sharp, no one got back to us. But we did. But Poodle was he was working out, and by working out I mean watching Flooded, and someone just slipped a thumb drive under his door with the word shh on it, and he listened to it, and turns out we have some recording of Angela actually when she walked out to the car and she had
to have her last cigarette.
And so we just wanted to share that recording and wish Angela well on her journey of hopefully being smoke free.
So this is Angela. She wanted to have a private moment with her last cigarette. This was captured, even though she did not want it to be.
Yes.
So now we're going to share with that now.
Okay, so press play. Well, cigarette, I guess this is my last smoke of you. My last inhale. Why am I talking to a cigarette? This is stupid.
I love you. You got to know how much I love you,
Cigarette.
Angela.
Cigarette, are you talking to me? And why do you sound like Droopy the dog?
That's just you. I'm you, and you're putting all your energy into me.
Cigarette, I love you so much. I love you so much. I just don't know how we're going to do this.
For so long.
Oh,
now.
yeah. You were there for my first marriage. You were there prom when Billy Botrails left me for
you came outside and you smoked a cigarette.
Yes,
and everything was fine.
and I ended up giving that blowjob to someone who I don't know is a man or a very butch woman.
You're welcome.
Either way, I felt less anxious, Siggy. Thank you so much.
And you know what? I'm always here for that, so I'm asking you, please don't throw me
Siggy,
away.
I gotta be there for Michael. I gotta get that Nigerian dick.
But I'll always be here when you're gonna suck my butt. Suck my butt, Angela.
I'm not
suck
into
it.
I'm not
Suck
into rim
my
jobs. I'm not into
butt.
I like dick. Big Nigerian dick.
Fine. I'll just find another 14-year-old girl to go after.
That just got
I'm gonna
creepy.
die.
That
I'm
just
gonna
got,
die now, but
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
put
reborn.
you out now, Sigrid, because that's creepy.
I'll have a tobacco executive come and give me to somebody else.
That got weird. That got weird.
You know, the inanimate object conversations always do
They get weird. The mole conversations get weird. They all get weird, y'all. Again, if you're watching
and the pig conversations at Mike's house got weird.
If you're watching Reality Gay's Intimate Portrait, that's on our $15 Patreon tier. Poodle and I committed. I just want to say we committed.
I don't know what that means.
A lot of body work, movement, very much a
lot of body work.
Yes.
We really do embody.
It's a somatic theatrical experience for all of you. For all of you.
Can we go ahead and talk about? That's all I've got about that.
Me too.
She does go through hypnosis, and she says she's cured. We'll see what happens. Can we talk about Natalie and Mike? Y'all, there's a lot that happened, but there's not a lot of beats.
Yes.
It's a continuation of the same gaslighting towards Natalie. However, I just get really upset because Natalie had a chance to. She says that she first of all, in the very beginning, he's like, "Is this a mommy dearest sandwich?" She's making him a sandwich, which just looks like nature's own bread with some turkey, some dry turkey without any mayonnaise or mustard.
Mommy dearest, it was gross.
And Natalie walks in and very frosty, doesn't say a word to Trish. And she says, Natalie, you can pick a scarf.
Pick a scarf. This one's my favorite color. It's kind of a canary yellow, kind of creamy.
Everybody loves my
It's
scarves.
like
Everybody
butter.
loves Butter's scarves.
Butter. So
And she says, no, I don't.
this is where Natalie turned to her and said,
Y'all,
I talked to my mother about our beautiful evening, and she said, please don't talk to Trish. A woman who insulted you is not supposed to talk to you anymore.
and what's worse is she couldn't even take up for herself. She used her mother to tell her she should not talk to Trish.
The thing is, it's not that Natalie is wrong. It's that, like you said, she goes about it completely the wrong
It's the wrong way.
wrong way. You know, this is a little bit of tea. It's not a spoiler, but apparently, and I need to listen to this. Did you see it in our Sissy Squad that apparently Bojangles was on a podcast?
Yeah, Bojangles and Tamara.
I need to listen to that actually because I want to hear what. But apparently, they said, and Mike has mentioned this too. That
This is spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you do not want to hear,
it's not whether they're together or not. It's not saying that, but it's just saying that
Okay.
apparently Natalie, they said, never did anything and like was a huge, horrible slob, never picked up, and that she never. Which kind of, not to defend Trish, but if she keeps hearing that Natalie is not doing anything around the house
Yeah.
and trying to do anything productive.
no, I agree. And also, Natalie knows how to play toward the camera because she's all my actors training.
Yo,
I
because she
also
just
need
wants to be a reality star.
She does.
I-
I
yeah.
do want to say though, Tamara and Bojangles are definitely Team Mike and Butter.
Yes, for sure.
But so let's think about where it's coming
Although
from.
Tamara
However,
didn't call off the wedding because
That's
she
true.
wasn't comfortable. So
but y'all, we can all completely see it. Mike's a piece of shit. Butter's a piece of shit. And at the end of the day, Natalie's also a piece of shit.
I don't, maybe a piece of shit. I think Natalie's just, again, fucking crazy. As I think Natalie is in Natalie's world, and it makes no sense to anyone
Yeah.
but Natalie and her mother.
But don't you think it was instead?
But I don't think she loved
of-
Mike.
But instead of saying my mother told me not to talk to you, which is something a child
Would say.
just say, you know what? I'm not going to engage in the nicest way possible, and maybe just kind of sit there instead of going out to the truck and making the moment all about you. And making and creating a storm out. This is the thing, y'all. In-laws are tricky. And anyone who says you can get a long way with in-laws by saying exactly what you think and blah, 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 and communicating that way, you do not know Trish or women like her.
Or Mother Poodle.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Or my own mother. My mother would destroy you.
I know. Someone sent me a message saying I actually sat down with my mother-in-law and talked about things that I wanted. And she's like, so I'm saying it does happen. And I said, thank you for that. But I was thinking to myself, the layered relationship, especially a boy has with his mother, and then the new wife is fraught.
It's fraught
with complexities.
I will say, as many people that I know that have horrible mother-in-laws, I do feel like I know more of like daughters who have said like, who honestly have better relationships with their mother-in-laws because the relationship between a mother and a daughter is so complicated as well, and expectations of mothers on their own daughters. So I do know a lot of daughters that have said, my mother-in-law is actually really great and actually respects my boundaries. And so yes, but we're talking about, so we're not saying this is a general consensus, and we don't want to play into those old tropes of like, oh, there's a mother-in-law.
Right.
But in this case, that would help Natalie to just navigate this. But I don't think she wants to navigate this. And maybe it's a language thing that she can't say. It's almost like she also can't say because Trish is so passive aggressive in her kind of slowly chipping away at Natalie when Trish says, I don't have any idea of how I insulted her. Natalie is not able to come up with specifics.
She says, I am too high to repeat it. And she meant she's too cultured or too proud to.
Okay, whatever.
But I like when she says, I am too high. Oh. So a bunch of stoners. Yeah. I'm sure Miles.
I actually just got what she said now because I went, wait, she's high.
I'm sure Miles and Sophia are going to use that as a tweet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too high to repeat it.
I'm the big bad mommy.
And you know what? That folksy laugh will get her a long way.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, y'all, Natalie could have played this so differently.
Oh.
And it makes me angry about she could have gotten in her insults that she needed to and played and beat Trish at her own game.
Oh, yeah.
But instead, she either shut down or y'all, that's what Butter wants.
Yes.
Butter wants you to shut down and freak out.
Yep.
Because that's going to get her what she wants.
Oh, for sure. Because what finally happened is that Mike finally gets angry at Natalie and completely starts saying, I'm about done with this bullshit.
Yeah.
And
this was over Hookergate.
Which
yeah.
Mike says that his mom didn't say that. However, we have never saw Mike ask his mother if she said that.
Right.
No one has asked Trish if she said hooker. We have no idea of what the conversation.
Yeah.
Mike just kept putting the onus on Natalie for her to define what really happened, but he never fucking asked his mother what happened. Even though his mother might lie, he never asked her.
My theory is that Mike commented on Natalie's heels she was wearing that morning for Thanksgiving. And my theory is that Trish, that Butter went, well, those kind of look like hooker heels.
Probably.
And Natalie,
which is a dig when you're meeting your new daughter-in-law and she's coming to your house for something. But she was like, like you said, I was just being neighborly and funny and folksy.
Yeah. You can get away with that. But y'all, with people like Butter, you're going to meet them on their own battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
You can't fight your rules.
No.
You have to meet them on their turf.
Yes.
And then that's the only way you will defeat them. Otherwise, it's going to be this shit. She'll say, well, Mike, I don't know what I did because I've been the only woman in your life for a really long time. I really know you.
Natalie shouldn't have said anything to Trish about that. She should just, again, fuck Mike's brains out and talk about, your mother seems so nice and I feel like she's trying, but I just feel like your mother, there's something, I don't know if she doesn't like me or she should fuck her borscht. She should make the mother's favorite dish for Thanksgiving. She should kill
them with kindness and then slit their throat at the end.
Everything she can. And then when she's in bed and Mike's just about to orgasm all over her golden locks hair, she just whispers in his ear, I don't think your mother likes me. And then guess what? The next day he's going to be like, Mom, Natalie doesn't think you like her. And she's going to say, well, I didn't do anything. And then she's going to be on the defensive. Boy, it's a good thing we're not women.
I know. I would totally destroy a mother-in-law.
Unless it was your own mom.
Oh, no, I think my mother, but going against my mother me going against my mother would be a fair fight. Oof. I don't know. She might beat me in the end.
She would.
She would. She Mother Poodle bites dirty.
Yeah, Mother Poodle.
She kicks sand in your eyes so you can't get up.
She bites your ankle on the basketball court. That's what she does.
That really happened.
So
those girls from Walhalla, they look like farmers.
So Natalie keeps saying, Mike's like, what was disrespectful? What was just answer the question? And Mike's like, my mom did not call her hooker.
Yelling at her, and she just and the thing about it is that the thing about Mike is when she gets quiet like that, that drives Mike crazy.
And Natalie says, when I came into the house, she already talking about job and being interpreter. Now, knowing what we know, I think not to
They relitigate all of this.
But not to be on Trish's. I don't want to be on a side per se, but I understand. I do think probably, and this makes sense, Natalie has done nothing but try to be a social media star and make Asian appropriating cooking videos to no avail. And I don't think Natalie has looked into doing, for Trish's world, that would be like my dad. My dad doesn't understand what we do still. He kind of is starting to get it.
My parents don't either.
But for him, you go and work and you physically work with your body and you do something. And at the end of that work shift, you've completed something.
You got money.
You've built a tire. You've waitress. Like, she doesn't get, it's a service. And Trish does not get what Natalie wants to do. And I think Natalie has no direction on what she wants to do. And it's just kind of like, can you imagine living with her? She's like,
I am actress and journalist.
Today, Mike, I auditioned for Zoom call for dead person number 1 for Seattle SVU. I think, and then the next day she's going to say, I'm going to be host like a host like Brooke from Dancing with Stars. Like every
for the Ukrainian version.
Yeah, but every day is just going to be something. It's not going to be any direction at all.
Did you notice at the end? Well, this was the big takeaway from the entire episode, is where they're walking away from the truck and she goes, "Oh, give her $5,000 and send her back to Ukraine." Y'all, that's how you put a seed in Mike's head.
That's how you put
not doing everything you're doing.
That's how you put a seed in her head, and that's how you create otherism. That she's not part of our tribe, and she's never been part of our tribe. Mm-hmm. And I use the word tribe because it's
no, that's generally anthropological terms.
Yeah. So she's not part of us. She's never going to be a part of us. So get her out of our country. And it's that gross ownership.
But you know what? Something Mike can understand.
Exactly.
And
Mike totally
that's
gets
how
that.
she's,
Totally gets that. They go to the airport. She's not talking at all.
This is such, and this is what I wanted to say. This is childlike behavior. And I get it. This is why something happened to Natalie. She's trapped in some kind of trauma.
Agreed.
Because this is not how an adult behaves.
No. This tell-all is going to be good.
Oh God, they're gonna bring Butter on too. She's gonna be a main stage guest because she's had such a big part in this.
Please tell me
Butter's going to eviscerate her.
Please tell me Angela is gonna go after Butter.
I don't know. They're cut maybe. Weirdly, Angela does tend to defend the actual 90 Day people.
She usually does. Now, granted, she was very horrible on one tell-all, but
she was terrible to Rebecca.
And like apparently physically.
You know why? Because she sees Rebecca as competition because they're both from Georgia.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. But she normally sides with the men.
She does.
But if Natalie's there, she might side with. Yeah, Angela, you never know what Angela's going to do on a tell-all.
That reminds me, by the way, I've got to post it in Sissy Squad. We bought a cameo from Rebecca and Zied, and Zied's wearing a tank top and he looks very hot. But we bought it.
I've never seen it. You mean you bought it?
You know what? I will post it. But so we bought it because Rebecca is doing Can't Cancel Pride.
Cameos
for Pride, and we've signed up for that as well. So we wanted to give money to great cause. So we bought a cameo from Rebecca, but we also want to mention just y'all, your cameos for the month of June. We're giving 25% of the proceeds to It's LGBTQ. Is it homeless? I have to look.
It is. I think it's homeless. Yeah.
So
charities.
Anyway,
that's in addition to our charity in the Sissy Squad, the Ali Forney Center, that is giving to youths experiencing homelessness and teaching them how to, with the tools to get out of homelessness.
Exactly. So anyway, that's going to come on. That's on Cameo. So Anyway, so they're at the airport. Mike is fuming now. He's saying things like, get your head out of your ass.
Ugh.
And that's when Natalie finally says, I'm mostly hurt by my husband. No matter what Trish does, she is priority for him.
And that just tells you she still doesn't get it.
Yeah, she doesn't get it at all. But Natalie is so self-involved. If you're not on her side and agreeing with everything she says, you're against her. So
I wanted to yell at her and saying,
but as Trish says, consider the source.
Consider the source.
Again, going back to otherism, she's attacking her person that she's there to get there for money.
Didn't you lose a lot of esteem for Natalie's mother when Natalie's mother didn't see through what she's trying to?
I didn't.
It may just be very
remember when
cultural.
we met Natalie's mother. She's just one cup of tea,
away from lunacy.
Lunacy as well. Like the crazy doesn't fall far from the tree. I think
I could see it. So
I think Natalie and her mother are kind of like the Ukrainian Grey Gardens.
Yep. And y'all, Natalie goes through security. She doesn't even talk to them.
No,
she goes there. Doesn't say bye to Butter.
Bye.
And Mike is just there with his mother saying, Mommy, I love you. I'll see you later. The worst thing Natalie can do is to leave Mike alone with his mother.
And the producer says, Natalie, why did you go to the gate immediately? I took off my pink glasses and now I see the reality.
From now on, instead of saying, I've been living life through rose-covered glasses, I'm like, I took off pink glasses.
I took off pink glasses. And yet Trish is starting to get emotional and cry when Mike leaves. And
soft kitty, warm kitty.
Yes. And Mike
Weird.
says exactly what Trish wants him to say. Well, when I get home, I need to reevaluate my life.
Well done, Trish. Well done, Butter.
Butter.
Parquet. That's the show, y'all.
That's the show, everybody.
When I get excited about something, I go...
You do, y'all.
Y'all, if your little boy gets excited and claps like this, you might want to start preparing yourself.
You might want to buy some lederhosen for when he does sounding music in his bedroom.
Might want to start thinking what the toast that you're going to give at his wedding to a man.
To a moron. Y'all, go to realitygazepodcast.com. That's where you can see everything. If you want to jump on, if you want to listen to us talk about classic, hey, right now we're talking about that on the $5 tier of our Patreon.
Muhammad and Danielle.
And Supercast. Y'all, this is the cringiest. We just did the episode where Muhammad leaves Danielle and she hugs him and she's like, I still love you.
Always love you.
I love you. And Tom tries to be the marriage interpreter.
Who is the third tier mega church pastor.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good season. So anyway, we're having fun covering that. You can watch along in the $15 tier and watch our reaction to it, or you can listen to the $5 tier to the podcast. Again, 2 Ought to Handles.
Let that dog out.
2 Ought to Handles coming out in June. Lalu's coming back next week.
Next Friday.
A week from today, Lalu is going to be out on the $8 tier.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we'll put the first episode or 2 out for people to listen to on
I think we do too.
So try before you buy, bitches.
That's my nickname in college.
There goes try before you buy.
Hey, boys.
Wow.
Buyer
beware. Hey, you can follow us on Reality Gaze Podcast for our 90-day foodie calls.
Oh, it's so much fun.
It's so much fun, and we're on the Twitter as well. Also, we don't remind you, get your cameos this month. There was something else that just flew out of my head. I talked about Lalu. I talked about Classless. Oh, well, I'm not going to remember, but I am going to remember that, Poodle. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yes.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
I'll always be your first. You'll never get rid of me.
Bye, Siggy.
call us.